And today we're digging into one of the internet's favorite topics, age gap relationships, by grilling real-life age gap couples. Couples, are you ready to be scrutinized? Yeah. This is Mind the Gap. All right, let's meet our couples today. Couples, will you please tell us your name and how long you've been together?
My name's Mariah.
My name is Azariah, and yeah, we've been together for almost a year now. Yeah.
I am Sarah.
And my name is Gerardo, and we've been together for about 5.
My name is Katusha.
My name is Henri, and we've been together for 10 glorious months.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
You tricked me.
Beautiful.
Did you say months?
Yes.
Oh.
All right, well, we're gonna be asking you guys some questions designed to dig into how compatible you are. And of course, we are all relationship experts.
That's right. That's right. I'm married, and my wife and I have a 2-year age gap and a 2-year-old child. So I think I'm the most qualified to judge your relationship.
Okay. My fiance and I are a couple years apart, and she is younger than me.
I am an expert in breaking up. And I dated a guy who was 9 years younger than me, and it did not work out. So I think I'm also qualified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The less compatible we determine your answers to be, the farther apart you'll move on the floor. The couples that physically are the closest to each other at the end will be the most compatible age gap, and that's a legally binding status, by the way. So just know that. All right, are we ready to get into questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, for your first question, we want to know, what is the ideal time to go to bed on a Saturday night?
Ooh.
I can answer that question.
Yeah.
What?
I'm an 11 p.m. type guy now. Ooh. I like an 11 p.m. on Saturday.
That's
you know?
nice, yeah.
Not late enough to like watch any of the late night shows, but just late enough to have a few hours away from a crying child.
Sure. Let's get into our answers. All right, Mariah, you're up first. What is the ideal time to go to bed? After 12 a.m. So you're going to bed the next day.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically.
Wow. And why is that? Why so late?
Well, he's young.
Okay.
Oh, y'all are going out.
I
You're
see.
out. You're partying.
We're out.
Nice.
Right.
Got it. Okay. All
Doing
right.
what?
Yeah, what do people do?
Yeah.
Yeah, where is out?
Is it movies?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Tight. Okay.
Okay.
Azariah, what's your answer?
Whoa.
3 a.m.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's me too. I relate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, if you're looking for a third, Emily's around.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what makes you say 3 a.m. versus 2 a.m. or 4 a.m.?
Because I feel tired when I go to sleep at 4 a.m.
But 3, you feel good. You feel rejuvenated.
3, I feel like I could get like 6 hours of sleep. or
All right.
something. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now we have to decide where they're going on here. I think they seem pretty compatible with their sleep time.
And it seems like you're flexible too.
I feel like you're doing it because he stays up late.
Yeah.
And that's compatibility.
That's nice.
That's love.
Someone is like, you know what, I'll stay up a little extra time to watch a movie.
Do you guys sleep in the same bed?
Where else would we sleep?
Some people don't.
I don't know. So once again, if your answers are super compatible, no steps, little incompatible, 1 step, and if we think it feels really not compatible, you're gonna have to take 2 steps forward. I would say for y'all,
Stay where you are.
I think stay where you are. It
Yeah.
feels like you're on the same page, or at least one of you is prepared to make a sacrifice.
That's right.
All right, let's move on to our next couple, Sarah and Gerardo. Okay, 12 midnight.
Okay.
Reasonable, all right. Gerardo. 11 to 1.
Okay.
Midnight's right in the middle of those
It
two.
Right.
is.
That's a range. That's
perfect.
a range.
Once again, I'm here to ask, why so late? What are you guys doing?
I'm a night owl, so
Yeah.
I would prefer to stay awake all night and sleep all day.
Okay.
But because he works, he doesn't always get to stay up as late as I would like. So I think midnight is like a good compromise where
Yeah.
he can still get enough sleep and I don't feel like I need to go into my vampire hole.
Sure. I have a question that's going to make me seem uncool, but my impulse is to ask you two, would you identify as rock and roll?
Yes.
Or goth.
Or punk?
Alternative.
Punk.
rock
Alternative?
out?
Alternative, yeah.
Okay, great.
Alternative.
Yeah.
Do you
Cool.
think that has to do with what time you go to bed?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to
How
do
so?
a lot with when she wakes up. Oh. Yeah, she sleeps most of the morning.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Don't like the sun.
She doesn't
Sure.
like
You don't like the sun?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. And what are you doing at night?
watching movies.
Well, yeah, we watch movies. I'll be on my phone.
Occasionally we'll read. Sometimes.
Yeah, we read. Sometimes I read to him.
Do you, wait,
Do you
do you
read-
read to each other?
Like I read to him sometimes.
Sure.
Wow.
Because he can't read.
Yeah, English is my second language. So.
Oh, fair enough.
Somewhere.
I'm not a reader either. Can you tell?
I didn't want to say anything.
Vivid imagination. You have to think of all those stories
I
yourself.
think of reading and then I don't. What are you reading?
And rice.
The last thing I read out loud, No, the last thing I read out loud was Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You've read all of Lord of the Rings?
And Game of Thrones.
How long have you guys been together again?
5 years.
Okay, all right, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to say, I think they can stay in place too.
Yes,
I think they
absolutely.
It does seem
very
compatible. Yeah.
I don't know who else I'd set you two up with.
No.
Yeah.
All
right.
right. Okay, Henri, Katusha, what are your answers?
Oof.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
that's funny.
2 a.m.
Okay.
and 10
Oh,
p.m.
What are you doing, Katusha, when he goes to sleep?
Well,
You just watch him.
so actually, I mean,
I thought this was when you go to the bed, right? I didn't realize the question was when you go to sleep, because that's
4
a different
hours,
answer.
huh?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I mean, I put 2 because, we're waking up early during the week and we don't really get to go out do much. And so on the weekends, we like to go to shows and, do fun things. And it ends up, I feel like 2 a.m. is like early enough still to get the rest.
It sounds like he wants it to be
Yeah,
earlier.
he wants to be in bed a little bit earlier than 2.
Yeah.
Henri, do you not like all the going to shows stuff?
What
I'm
is
gonna be
shows?
honest.
What is shows?
I mean,
That was my question.
Yes.
I do my best. Sometimes I just have to struggle through it. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I mean, my watch and phone tell me that wind down time is 10 p.m. So.
Oh, okay.
So this is a weekend bedtime Saturday. I am curious, what time are you two going to bed on a Tuesday?
Yeah.
By midnight for me.
By midnight. Okay.
I like 11.
Okay. All right.
So
that's
on a Saturday, you're at 10.
Yeah.
And every other night, you're 11.
I don't
Make
think I
it make
understood the
sense.
question.
Henri.
Remember, 10 is sex time.
Yeah.
He
Oh, that's right.
made that, well, he implied that pretty
Yes.
clearly.
Which, good for you.
Yeah, no, congrats. That's good.
That's huge. I would
Love
say the times, because of the time, if it was just the time, I would say they should take 2 steps. But when you factor in that they're having 4 hours of sex every Saturday, I would say they only have to take 1 step.
One
That's
step,
fair, one
please.
step.
Yeah,
One
so
step.
y'all can take 1 step forward. All right, on to our next question. Which app do you use the most?
Ooh, this is a good question.
Unfortunately, I do use TikTok a lot. Lately, I'm obsessed with this app called Index, where you can upload pictures of all your clothes and then make layouts of the outfits and then put the outfits on a
in
calendar,
Clueless.
just like in Clueless.
Wow.
And so I've been using that a lot.
I use Redfin
What's that?
housing.
Oh, you can afford a house?
No, but it's nice to just browse.
Yeah, I have an eBay problem.
Oh.
Yeah. You love vintage.
I love vintage, but I also just I just bought a mirror for my desk.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's
From-
a 1940s vanity mirror that has like 2 little light bulbs and then
That's beautiful.
How much was it on eBay?
it was $17.
How much was shipping?
$25.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
then why do it?
All right. Okay, well, let's get into this. Mariah, what app do you use the most? TikTok. Of course, a classic.
Classic.
Yeah.
Okay, Azariah, what are you using the most? Chat GPT.
Oh my gosh, he does.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You are going to live long enough to see the effects of that. So be careful, my
He
guy.
hates water.
Yeah, be careful. All right. I would say, this feels, you don't like that he uses ChatGPT.
No, I don't care.
Okay.
I get my answers from TikTok. He gets his from ChatGPT.
Oh, so you're both getting wrong answers. That's fun.
Okay.
Do you ever just compare wrong information?
Yes. Actually, I use ChatGPT, and we put in the same stuff, but our own perspective, and they're always on our side, just not each other's.
I asked ChatGPT about content ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I got ideas in my head for content, but to get more specific and I ask it for how can I change something to make it more funny?
Oh, okay. Okay, I like
Was
it.
this show part of that
This show?
ChatGPT decision?
Yeah.
No.
ChatGPT would have strongly advised against doing
This whole
Sure.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But
Absolutely.
you're killing it so far.
I would say to me it feels like
Yeah,
they could
compatible.
take- I'm going to say 1 step. 'Cause it
One
feels like
step.
they're using it for the same thing, but different apps.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Sarah, you're up next. What app are you using the most? Game app.
So it's not like a specific app, but like I play games a lot.
Okay.
So
Game
Okay.
app. I love that app. And you'd like to stay up late.
I do. Yeah.
That's okay. I do the same thing.
I do.
It is totally fine.
I do Candy Crush.
Oh, see, I used to do Candy Crush. Now I like the screw games where you have to like take all the screws out of the buildings and stuff.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Okay, Gerardo, what is your answer?
I was really not sure how to answer this.
Okay.
You said apps, and so my mind went to social media.
Okay.
Anyway, Instagram.
Oh, that's Instagram. Okay.
Okay, so are you, Sarah, a fan of Instagram? Do you use it?
I do.
Okay.
Do you guys show each other stuff you find on Instagram, like
Oh,
in
all
bed?
the time. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, you're saying yes and he's saying no.
We do show each other Instagram
I
reels.
show you the nice things.
What?
And I show-
The normal things you're looking
The
at.
normal things, the ugly side of reality.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like
Okay.
bummer stuff.
Bummer stuff.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, you don't show each other the bummer stuff.
No, but I show her all the good stuff, like
the cats and the dogs.
Cats
Yeah,
and dogs.
so-
the
Yes.
cows and the pigs. And
Right.
I want to know, do you post pictures of each other on your Instagrams?
I do.
You do and you do not.
do not.
Why?
What is
My Instagram is under a different name for different creative purposes, and so I just don't want anything going back to
Right.
my
Personal
family.
life.
Of course.
So it's
Exactly.
a professional profile,
Basically.
not a personal profile.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I
that
get
makes
it.
total sense.
Okay.
So
I
there's
do
a
the same
picture-
thing. That's the
Yeah.
excuse I give everyone I date.
Yeah.
That I'm not posting you. It's not because I'm
Yeah.
still looking around.
I tell my wife this all the time. I was like, no, but my image online, though, is
Yeah.
as a single hot guy.
yeah.
Sure. What are we thinking?
I think there's a little bit, I would say one step.
Yeah, one
because
step.
I think there's a big disparity between Game App and Instagram.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd also say we've had two separate times where one of you has nodded your head yes and the other has shook your head no.
Yes.
He's wrong.
So and I believe that he's wrong. I really do. But I think that you still have to take one step.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Okay. Katusha, what is your answer?
Instagram.
Yeah, okay.
Of course, popular. Okay. All right. Henri? Insta. With
We
a
got
wave.
two different ways to say. you
Well,
guys
there's
are cute.
three now. We
Wow.
have one drawing of the logo,
Imagery?
one IG, one Insta with a little squiggly diggly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you both sharing each other on your Instagrams?
Yes.
Yeah.
They said that
All
weird.
the time. I mean,
What's going on?
Yeah, what is happening here?
on stories, but I keep mine very private too. Like I don't even post my family.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All
For
right.
same purposes.
I feel like everyone's got the
Okay.
same excuse.
Yeah.
But I'll post. I've posted him to my stories plenty of times.
Okay.
To the stories. Got it.
Ditto.
Got it.
To public stories or close friend?
I don't have a close friend.
Okay.
And I want to know, what are you each looking at on Instagram most frequently? If I was to open up your FYP right now, what are the most common types of videos and pictures I would see?
Mine are like spiritual quotes and memes,
Nice.
funny stuff.
Positive affirmation
Yeah.
kind of things.
I love
I get it.
Spiritual quotes. That's good. What about you on
Cats all day long.
spiritual cats?
Just all cats, man.
Just all cats.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know. What are we thinking?
I don't think they need to move. They both have the same
I know.
answer.
They both did have the same answer. I think they stay in place.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Stay right where you are. Our next question. At what age is someone officially considered old?
Oh boy. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
What, you think it's
this.
your age?
I think it been my age.
Emily?
For years.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
As you get older, your perception of what is old, because right now I'm in my early 30s and I'm
Same.
like, I don't know, 80 doesn't feel that old.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so either. Also, like, I feel like our parents are gonna live forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
It's how it feels.
All right. Well, let's see what everyone over here thinks. Mariah, at what age do you consider someone old? 30. Okay.
Get out of here.
Okay.
You're out.
All
here.
right. Okay. And that tells me that you
Are not 30.
Are not 30. So you're probably maybe 14, 15, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
15.
Okay, great. Perfect. All right. Azariah, what's your answer?
40.
I like that.
So you think Matt is old?
You think
Yeah,
I'm
he
old?
just turned old.
I just turned 40.
turned old.
And you know what? I feel as old as you think I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
and-
knees hurt and I'm sitting.
I feel like he had to say that in order to, he's being sweet. I think that it's like if you are dating the older person, you want them to feel young like you. So you say things like, yeah, even older than you are.
Right.
So I guess my question is, when she's 40, are you gonna think she's old?
Well, all right, moving on.
This is my favorite day.
Just curious, something to sit with. All right, okay, what do we think?
Although I think this is sweet, I think it's 10-year difference.
Yeah, that is a big
It's
difference
a big
between
difference.
their numbers.
I'm gonna say
That's 2 steps.
2.
I think it's 2 steps as
All right.
well. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
40's so young.
Sweet
That's
got you
right.
nowhere.
40 is young. We're doing this to punish you. Because
Yes.
You're making me feel old, both of you.
Yeah. All right, Sarah. 80.
80 is old.
I think that's fair.
I agree
An
with you.
objective
I
fact.
think that's fair. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
All right.
You're cool.
Thank you.
All right, Gerardo.
Oh boy.
I didn't cheat.
90. Yeah, I think
Okay.
90 is definitely old.
Yes, it's even older, in fact.
See, you're doing the same thing that he's doing. It's so cute.
Yeah, that is cute.
For some reason, when it's
never-
up in that number, I think it's more compatible.
Okay, all right, great. Okay.
So I say stay where you are.
Yeah, stay where you are. It feels
Yeah.
like in the same age range. Sorry.
Listen, I'm sorry. I
Sorry.
didn't make the rules.
Okay.
Put 80.
Yes, you should.
All right, on to our next couple. Katusha. 80. Okay,
all
perfect.
right.
You should date Sarah. And then Henri, what do you think? 83.
83.
Say more about that.
Yeah, what does 81
That's
say?
83 says my mom.
And you look at her and you say, that bitch is
She's
old.
Every year she gets older, that number goes up.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
I actually do. I get 83 though because it feels like maybe you probably have a little bit of like rejuvenation on your 80th birthday.
Right, yeah,
That's a
yeah,
big
yeah.
one, and
You
you're
get
like,
like a
whoa.
second
That
win.
is a big-
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like these are both in the same realm.
Yeah, I think you guys stay where you are.
Yeah, I think stay right where you are.
Yes.
Good job, everyone.
Yes.
The correct answer was the woman I'm with will never be old. Okay, let's move on to our next question. Name a celebrity you consider to be an it celebrity of the moment.
You know who I think the it girl is?
Who? Billy Joel?
Yes. Billy Joel.
Oh my God.
No, who do I think the it girl is? Elizabeth Taylor.
All right, and moving on from that, let's go to our couples. Mariah, who do you think is the it girl right now? Azariah Dollar. Oh, it guy, and that's him.
Yeah.
And that's very sweet. Okay,
Yeah,
that
he's an
is.
actor.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
He's the
Congrats.
only person I watch.
That
Okay,
is-
that's very
really
sweet.
sweet.
I love that. Okay, Azariah, what's your answer?
You're right to me.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. You know, I think it feels pretty similar. My guess is that, Mariah, you also like Michael B. Jordan.
No.
What?
No offense.
Uh-oh, what did he do?
Nothing.
She don't like guys, except for me.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
that's true.
I've
That's
been there at
true.
one point as well.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna say, to me, it feels like one step. You don't even like Michael B. Jordan, and he thinks that's the it guy right now. I think it's gotta be one step.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah, what's your answer? Pedro Pascal.
True. Yes,
Papa
very
Pedro. Yes.
He's everywhere.
You're right, and everyone loves him. Men, women, non-binary people, everyone's
Everyone.
a fan.
Yeah.
I think you're 100% right. Gerardo? Zoe Saldana. Yeah, I think that's true. She just had a huge
She won an Oscar.
push
right.
and won an Oscar.
That's
right.
true.
Those
And
were-
I feel like those two people in a movie would have great chemistry.
Sure,
my
and yeah, they're both hot. They both are actors.
And
Yes.
We'd like to see them kiss.
Yes.
What's so wrong with that? So I think you two can stay in the same spot. Okay, Katusha, what's your answer? Sabrina
Sabrina
Carpenter.
Carpenter.
Yeah,
Of
yeah, yeah.
course.
I see
That's
it.
at Me Espresso.
Yeah.
Okay. Henri, who's your answer? Timothy Chalamet. I think you're a little late.
No, is Timothy Chalamet over?
He's a little right? Like, who's the youngest person in here? He's a little over. Nobody thinks dating the Kardashian is a grab for attention.
Well, this is what the comment section is going to be
Okay.
all about.
Okay. Sorry, maybe he's over for gay people. I don't know. Okay.
He's not over for me.
Yeah, I want to know. Henri, what about Timothée Chalamet makes you feel like he's the it guy right now?
I just think, whenever he's on camera, he has a really amazing presence, and I think he gives a lot to his roles, and I think he's like a force to be reckoned with and somebody to watch.
Wow.
Okay, he's your it guy right now.
Hell yeah.
Do you like Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah.
Henri, name one Sabrina Carpenter song.
I don't know.
I would say One Step. I
Yeah.
think their people are on the same level, but I think it feels,
Yeah, it
You gotta
doesn't
know at
quite
least
feel-
one Sabrina Carpenter song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
agree.
I agree. All right, on to our next question. If you were to marry your current partner, how much more time would you want to date before getting married?
That is a tough question.
It is a tough question.
Yeah, how long did you and your wife date before you got married?
We dated for 6 years.
Okay.
Respectable amount of time.
Yeah.
I haven't made it past the 2.5 year mark, but I'm impressed that I made it that far.
I think that's a really long time.
That's a good
Thank
mark.
you. Yeah.
Okay, Mariah, what's your answer? You'd want to date for 5 more years. Okay.
Well, then it would be 4 years.
Okay, so you'd want to date 5 years
years total.
total.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Azariah, you had your mouth open like a scared fish.
Yeah.
Because I thought she was gonna say like tomorrow or something.
Okay.
So I was gonna put 5 too, but I didn't put a number. I said until the time is right, like goals financially and
Oh my God. Come on.
Okay. All right.
True. That's
I secretly wanted to put tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
not
If
secret anymore.
yeah, Azariah, would you get married tomorrow?
No.
Okay. Mariah,
Well.
you would?
I'm a girl.
That's true.
And sure,
I
yeah.
gotta be smart. You gotta be
Sure,
smart.
yeah.
That's
okay.
a 2-step.
I think
forward.
that's a 2-stepper.
Yep.
I'm being attacked.
Yes.
Sorry.
Being
One of you's a
attacked.
girl and one of you's a boy. It's not compatible in my eyes. Sorry.
Oh my God.
But you guys are great. Really. I do love you guys.
Yeah,
I love that you're hetero abnormative.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right. On to our next couple. Sarah, how many more years would you want to date?
No more time.
No more time. So you're ready to get married now?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Gerardo?
Close up of ring.
Oh, you are engaged. You're already engaged. When did you get engaged?
Or you're married.
Or you're married?
No.
What's going on?
We're spiritually married.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
Why
I'm
did you
hearing
say wow?
Yeah, why do you say wow?
Married.
We're not married though.
It's a piece of paper that we don't have.
Right, we don't have the paper, but we're married in our hearts.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
I like that.
I love your reaction to this, where you're just like, well, what she's saying, I think, is legally
Yeah.
Hey guys,
in the state of
I think that's
California.
3 steps forward because you don't even know if you're married. Like, I think we just got to do it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I
We're
didn't-
making you do 3 steps.
3
I think that's
steps.
a 3-step.
Sorry.
It's a 3-step.
All right, Katusha. 1 to 2 years. I thought that said 12 years at first, and I said, uh-oh. 1 to 2 years. Okay, all right.
All right.
Henri? Engaged in 9 months and married in 18 months. Is she pregnant? Why are you doing it in months like that?
I mean, y'all seem like you're on, like you both kind of know.
We're ready.
And it's similar. They stay where they are.
I think you stay where you are.
Yeah.
Okay, and now for our final question. Name a great song for a throwback playlist.
Oh, I love it.
That's great.
I was thinking about this because I was thinking about when we were in nursing homes, like what's the elevator music gonna be like and stuff.
That's that me espresso.
Yeah.
For
But
you
like-
guys, maybe. For me, it'll be Uncle Cracker.
Matt's going to a different kind of retirement home than
Yeah.
Emily and I are going to.
Yeah.
Mine's
I don't
got
know.
Mine's got a lot more cargo pants.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm having
Say
a
again?
hard time with
From like our teenage years? or
What's a song that if it came on at a party, you would literally go like this. This came on at a party and you'd go like this. Oh, I love this song, you guys!
Haven't heard this in a.
Like, what song would you do that to? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I do that to every song.
Yeah.
So
You're like, this takes
that
me
helps.
back. This takes me back.
Yeah.
Okay, do we feel like we have an answer? A song that brings us back? Mariah, we're gonna start with you. It feels like you were really ready to go.
Yeah.
What is a throwback song you have? Girls just wanna have fun.
Yeah.
Great song, great
Cyndi
throwback. We love it.
You weren't alive.
I wasn't born.
You weren't born.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know that girls
I
just
get-
want to have
It's,
fun.
it's honestly been popular forever. Like
And
it
that's
never
true.
goes away.
Yeah.
That song.
Things
So-
have
Played in the
changed.
car with his mom.
Oh.
I love that. Okay, all right, that's very sweet. Okay, Azariah, what did you
I
finally
forgot
come
the
up
name
with?
of the song, but It's like on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know that one.
I remember that from like second grade. It's like I love Meccan or something.
It's called Tuesday.
It's called Tuesday. Yeah.
By who?
Drake.
By Drake.
And somebody else.
Okay.
You guys know.
Okay.
All right. Different vibes
Back
for
in the
sure.
day.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 3-step forward for me, dog.
I was in like second grade. She was probably like in high school or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with
Probably
it.
graduated.
Yeah. But for the fact that he's still talking, you're gonna have to take 3 steps forward,
Yeah,
right?
sorry.
Because I know he's old enough to not know to stop, right? That's right there. Thank you so much, Mariah. I appreciate it. Azariah, good job. All right, Sarah, what's your answer?
People Are People by Depeche Mode.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
Great
okay,
song.
okay.
Incredible song. I love that. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Love it.
Gerardo? 21st of September. Oh, by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay, all right. That is a great
is a
throwback song,
throwback,
too.
yeah.
Both very cool songs, but
Yeah.
very different vibes.
Yeah.
So I think that
I don't know.
I don't know if I agree with you, Emily. I think I'm with Matt on this one. I think that both of those could be on a similar playlist
Yes.
and please a similar group of people.
Yeah, if those were on something called throwback playlist, you'd be like, yes and yes.
okay.
That's what I think.
Okay, yeah.
Good job, baby.
Are you okay with that?
No.
You want her to take one
Here's
step.
what I think there is a slight bias when it's like further back as millennials, we think of those as being associated with each other,
Okay.
even though they're probably a decade apart.
Sure.
Right.
So I think there is a slight bias.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. Well, then I think, okay, one step.
One
Emily
step.
wants one step.
Yep.
Let's give it to her. All right, good job. Katusha?
Hotel
California.
Okay.
Okay.
Long one.
Maybe you're the older one.
Yeah.
Henri? Calvin Harris
Summer.
Summer. They're trying to trick us.
What?
And I won't fall for it.
Now hang on.
Did you switch clipboards?
Yeah.
They just Freaky Friday'd each other.
Yeah. They're in each other's bodies.
Each other's bodies.
Katusha's like, soup is my favorite food.
Stop.
Okay.
Well, let me say something.
Speak on it.
When you think of Hotel California, you think of vacation, and he's got summer in the name of his song.
I don't know. Just real quick, I
it.
do think that they were both answering for each other in a certain way. Like they were kind of complimenting each other. Like I know he loves. You love Hotel California. Look, he loves Hotel.
Yeah.
Love the Eagles.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course you do. Okay. And you've probably met Calvin Harris.
Yeah.
Total.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know. To me, that feels.
Listen, I hear what you're saying, but I think it has to be one step.
Okay.
I think
All right.
two-step feels a little too much because once again, I do think both of these songs do feel like nostalgic songs
True.
Yeah.
for different time periods, but they do both feel like nostalgia.
All right.
All right, we're gonna have you take just one step forward.
Just one.
All right.
Okay, and with that, we have our winner, and that's Katusha and Henri. Give them a big round of applause.
All right.
So, because of this, we have determined that your age gap is the perfect age gap, but we don't know what age gap that is. So now it is time to reveal every single person's age gap. Mariah, we're gonna start with you and Azariah. Mariah, how old are you?
28.
And Azariah, how old are you?
20. I'm 20.
Okay, 8 years. All right, that's fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next couple. Sarah, you want to tell us how old you are, or do you want to tell us your age gap?
We
The
have
age gap, if that's
17 and like 9 months years.
17 and 9 months.
Okay,
fun.
okay.
All right. On to our next couple, our winning couple. Katusha, what is your age gap?
21 years old.
Okay.
Wow.
The perfect age gap.
Your gap can drink and he can't.
All right. Well, it doesn't really matter what age all of you are because you did a wonderful job. It's been a
right.
pleasure to have you here, and we're truly obsessed with all three of these couples.
This
So
is
thank
very
you so
true.
much.
And none of you ended up at the very end.
Right.
And
So
I
all
think
of you-
good about that.
You're all doing
all of you are
great.
compatible.
Yeah.
Just some of you better than others.
Sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now let's
yeah.
listen to Hotel California and vibe.
Absolutely. And with that, we'll be back next weekend with an all-new episode of Good Mythical Weekend. Until then, bye!
Bye.
3 lucky teas, $50,000 in cash prizes. The Golden Tee of Mythicality giveaway is coming your way June 23rd. Get ready to shoot your shot at a future fortune that could be yours at mythical.com.